All right, boys, we are back, and it's time to continue the Year 5 offseason with your Ottawa Senators. Up here at free agency, we got by the draft, we got by the re-sign stage in the last video, and the good news is that we got everyone back. Joe Pavelski, Alexander Edler, the same team that's brought us to the Stanley Cup Finals in the last 2 years. We were able to get everyone back here, all right? So that is good news in itself. But I left the last video with a vote. I wanted to know what you guys thought about the roster and what we should do. There's three options. First, trust the roster to make it back for the third time to the Stanley Cup Finals. We also have Travis Konechny, who looks like he's going to be NHL ready this year. So the next option was insert Konechny and trade either Hoffman, Stone, or Lazar. Konechny looks like this year he'd be a solid third liner with Dadonov on the second line. So Hoffman, Stone, and Lazar are all down there, right? So gonna have to make a decision there. Or third, look for a stud veteran or stud veterans in exchange for prospects and picks. Kind of like what we did with Joe Pavelski and Edler. We could go out there and look for another veteran. But you know what? I don't think we need to do that. And unanimous decision when it comes to inserting Travis Konechny, trading away Hoffman, Stone, or Curtis Lazar. All right, so I know that that's what you guys want. We can definitely take a look at that. But before we do any trades or anything, I'd like to get to the preseason so we can see what kind of jump certain players get, all right? But in free agency, if there's, I don't think, there's no one really necessary that we need. We have a full roster. We only have just under $3 million of cap space. You don't need Artem Anisimov. You don't need David Jones. You don't need any of these guys, really. I wouldn't mind some depth guys. But I did say in the last video that I wanted to add in some prospects because I've been trading away a lot of prospects. I could get some guys that maybe could grow into something special. I saw some comments about this Jared Battaglia guy. He's 24 years old, 85. He's a starter. I don't need that because I have Mackenzie Savard and what's his name, Robin Lehner. And I'm not signing rookies with the sole intention of trading them. I know I could sign Battaglia and then just trade them, flip them for a first or a second. No, I'm not going to do that. So we're fine for goaltenders, but I would like to take a look at all skaters here. Potential. Anyone who's like 21 or younger with decent potential and decent overall, I wouldn't mind signing. Like this guy's 21 at 71 overall. Another super Swede. Frederick Persson? Grinder. Hell yeah. Bleed was a great pickup last year. I'll get this guy. All right, I'll sign him for 3 years as well. There you go. Hopefully he signs with me. No. 26, 22 years old. Playmaker? No, I don't need that. 21. Here we go. Bad face-offs as a centerman. No, thank you. No. Let me just see what kind of pool we have here that we can go through. This guy's not bad. Shitty face-offs for a centerman. Here we go. Hopkins. Hayden Hopkins. Center playmaker. 3.5 red star, but he's already 80 overall. Hell yeah, I'll take him. There you go. He might turn out to be something for us. See this guy? Oh, very good face-offs. Yep, this guy I'll take. Brendan Trottier. There you go. So there's 3 guys that we've signed now. Audette's already... shitty face-offs for a centerman. Regier, Sniper. No, thank you. Don't need that. Sherman. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's nice. 21 years old, 71. I'll take that. There you go. Don't worry about it being a 3 red star. That's fine. 3.5 red star. Sniper, 22 at 75. No, I don't need that. That's not bad. I'll give this guy a shot. I don't need too many. Let me just grab up a few here. No, 22, no, 22, 25 at 78, no, 22, 22, 22, 22, 21 years old. Nah, not really good enough overall. And then we're getting down to the green potential. But, the green potential could grow as well. Wouldn't mind signing these 2 guys. I think I already had one of these 2 guys before, though. I was getting to 1 year. There you go. And this guy as well. Because the green, you never know. They could grow in the last year. Jump up to, something in the 80s. Same thing with this guy. I'll get this guy as well. Hell yeah, I could sign all these guys. 2-way deals. There you go. This could be my new depth. All right, there you go. So we went through a lot of them. I'm sure there's a few more that maybe would be good. Let me just take a look at the top again. Fistrick. You know what? I'm going to sign this guy, even though he's a playmaker on the wing. I'll sign him. There you go. All right, that's enough. All right, so we've gone ahead and looked to increase our prospect pool with guys who other teams have given up on. We have plenty of room on our team, on our roster. Players under contract only 36. Now it's up to 45. That's more like it. All right, so we have rebolstered our squad. Plenty of young talent coming in, looking for a chance to make something happen with the AHL squad. And you never know. Look at a guy like Bleed. He was 3 stars, and he grew up to 84, 85, whatever it was, right? So you never know. You never know. But we have some more comments that I would like to go through before preseason pops up. First one. I don't think you failed. This is my question. Did I have a failure year? I don't think you failed. You still got the President's Trophy, and we're the second best team in the league. If you had Edler in the lineup, Ottawa would have been able to steal a game by keeping down the scoring. That's a good point. Edler going down to an injury really did hurt. If you want excuses, the team was a victim of injuries and simulation. All in all, it doesn't hurt to make a minor roster change. Remember, Boston lost the cup to Chicago, but still had a great playoff run. Yeah, all right, so this guy's saying that we had a good season, which I agree with. That's good news. It just sucks, man. That loss in a Game 7, it stings all summer long. You know, I need to get to preseason to forget about it. Next comment. Johnny, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Those players got you there. These are the players who will take you there again. That Stanley Cup loss was a fluke. And as the GM, you should have faith in your team. So this guy also saying that we shouldn't trade away anyone. Well, the vote said something different. Travis Konecny is ready to play. Ottawa born, Ottawa raised, baby. Blah, blah, blah. Let's get to another comment here. I'll do scouting in a second. Don't change anything with the team. This team basically almost won you another cup. So go to the beginning of the season and see how some players progress. That's exactly what I want to do. When you know what team you're dealing with, then see if you need to make any changes. But I say don't make any changes to the squad. So this guy at least says get to preseason before you suggest making any changes. And the last comment, I think you should keep the same roster, only insert Travis Konecny to the second or third line. If he doesn't perform, well, send him back down. So this guy is even saying don't even trade the third line yet. Maybe give Konecny a month. And if the team is losing, then bring back Stone, Lazar, or Hoffman. I don't know, man. That's tough decision right here. Tough decision. I want to get Konecny playing, though, if he's ready. You know what I mean? No excuses. I want him playing this year. Look what happened with Evgeny Dadonov. We played him, and now he's grown. He's probably 84, 85 overall by now with a very good offensive category. He got the chance to play a whole season, then been taken out for the playoffs and inserted back into the playoffs, right? But he had all that experience. Let's see what happened with our squad here. All right, so you know what? Hang on a sec. Let me just make sure. We are in preseason. Let me just simulate ahead here a little bit. All right, so I'd like to get at least the 1 month of simulating done in this video, especially considering the team is on automatic if we keep the same roster. But there may be a trade in this video. There may be a trade, all right? So, goaltenders, Robin Lehner's an 85, but Mackenzie Savard is an 83. Now, he's listed as a minor league starter, and for you guys saying that I need to quit out GM and load it back up, I think they fixed that, man. I've done some personal GM modes, and that does get updated. The reason Enroth is a backup at 82 is probably because of individual stats that Mackenzie Savard does not have yet. Like, his vision is still 67. His poise is 65. He still has a 78 for 5-hole, while Jonas Enroth is more well-rounded. You see, everything is like an 80, or poise is 75. So, I think Mackenzie Savard would do well with one more year in the minors. All right, boys? That's my opinion. I think he can have a dominating season down there in the AHL. He hasn't really played a full season yet. 42 games played is not bad, but this guy could have like a 60-game kind of season down there and tear it up, and we could stack the AHL with really good defensive players so he has like an incredible season. I think it would be better served we go with Robin Lehner, and don't use Mackenzie Savard as a backup. Let him be a starter. You know what I'm saying? And then Jonas Enroth could be our backup for one more year. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that, boys. All right. But, again, go nuts in the comments. Lindholm. And he's still got one more year to get better. Hampus Lindholm. Hampus Lidstrom. He keeps on growing. He's at 97 overall. I think we may have the best defenseman in the NHL now. Hampus Lindholm. The problem is, we only have him signed for another 2 years at 7.850. This guy's going to want, literally, $10 million in 2 years. The time to win is this year and next year. Win 3 cups in 4 years. You have to do it. With Lindholm's contract, you have to do it. Edler and Pavelski getting older. Edler has 4-star potential still at 87, so my gamble with Edler was right. He is almost like another Keith Yandel. Until you see those stars drop, you don't have to worry about the overall. So I don't want people to say, 33, too old. No, it's not, man. He's an 87 overall top 4 defenseman. End of story. Cody Ceci, he looks like he's topped off at 86. but behind a 97, a 90, and an 87. 86 is fantastic. We're caution. Braun, the good news about Braun is he's got one more year left, I believe, at 3.8. So we're going to be, 1 year left. So we're going to be saving some money with Braun. He's not going to want that much again. All right, and then depth, we got Lindbaum. Ethan Bear is not ready to go yet as an NHL defenseman, maybe on a shitty team. All right, but you can see we got 3 top-notch minor league defensemen here. All right, so that'll be good for Mackenzie Savard. And then forwards, yeah, you got to play him this year, boys. 84 overall, drafted by Ottawa in 2015, 18th overall. The guy's had 2 back-to-back 50-point seasons, plus in the AHL. He's got to go. He's got to get up there. I really like his defensive awareness. I can trust this kid to play third-line time. He doesn't have physicality. He's fast. His puck skills is going to get better as a playmaker. And he's got a hard shot, not an accurate shot. We got to play this guy this year, right? So he's coming up. Hayden Hopkins. This is the guy I signed. Not bad. So some depth there. All right. But this is what I mean. Mackenzie Savard will have a great year with all these 80s on the AHL squad. All right. Oh, my God. Who do I send down? No. I was going to say my lowest player is 85. No, that's not right. Yeah, that's not right. Ooh, look at Dadonov. He stayed at 82. He's better offensively than Konechny, but Konechny is better defensively. All right, so let me just see what I can do here. See, this is going to be interesting. I'm going to have to make the decision here, aren't I? It's got to be Curtis Lazar, because 84 overall is too good. I'm not going to, test the waters out to see if he's ready to go. Rudy Schaefer's still 76. Rudy Schaefer may not grow. Okay, but let's focus on the NHL squad here. Joe Pavelski, does he still have 4-star? He's still got his 4-star at 35 years old. He is going to be fine, boys. 1 more year for Joe Pavelski, at least. 2 more for Alexander Edler. All right, so let's see. Did anyone grow on this? Burakovsky still 85. He could still grow, but he's probably hit his peak. Jaden Schwartz hit his peak at 87, which is not bad. So I like what Jaden Schwartz has become. Now, remember last year we went like this during the regular season. Kyle Turris with Pavelski and Jaden Schwartz, and it really helped out. Did Zibanejad grow to an 86? He's got some decent stats, does Zibanejad. There you go. Abdelkader. Let me just get everything back to normal here. Curtis Lazar, 84, so he may have topped off at 84. But that's still fine with Zibanejad and Curtis Lazar. Zach Smith, he's still 3.5. I got to hold on to Zach Smith for my 4th line. The 4th line is way too good with Bleed, Burakovsky. Not Burakovsky, where is he? Abdelkader. There you go. Yeah, I think it's Stone or Hoffman that's got to go for Travis Konechny here. Hang on, let me just get the lines set. There you go. Zibanejad, Dadonov, and Burakovsky, Hoffman, Lazar, and Stone, and then Bleed. Let's see what Bleed's stats look like. I got to keep Bleed. Yeah, Bleed's got to stay in here. And Bleed's a right winger? I thought he was a left winger. He's a right winger. Oh, that 4th line has got to stay. So if we want, what's his name, Travis Konechny to play, boys, it's got to be someone on the 3rd line that goes. No one in the top 6 is going. All right, so Curtis Lazar I don't think should go. He's got the 81 for faceoffs. I use him on the penalty kill. Let's see what Travis has for faceoffs. I forget. 72. He's not a bad faceoff man either. No, I'm going to keep him, though, for that. See, a lot of people are going to be saying Mark Stone to go, but I like Stone because he's the power forward, and you know what? He's a pretty good playoff guy for us. Get some points, and he's a plus player. He was a good 3rd liner for me, all right? What's his individual stats like? Defensive awareness, 85. Offensive, 84. Poise, 82. Good body checker. I think the best bet would be Hasselhoffman, even though that's a hard one to get rid of, man. Hasselhoffman's been great for us. He's been a plus player in the playoffs as well, but the only reason is because he's a playmaker. So you're replacing a playmaker with another playmaker. And, I mean, Konechny is pretty even when it comes to, he's a little bit less in the puck skills. But, I mean, that's going to go up. He's less in the physical, but he's faster, and he's got better defensive awareness. And he's right-handed. Yeah, boys, I think if you guys want this move, and I think this has to happen, I think Travis Konechny needs to go right there. Stone's a right winger, right? Yeah, Stone's a right winger. So it goes Konechny, Curtis Lazar, and Mark Stone, and then Mike Hoffman is gone. And there's no point in holding on to Hoffman as a depth player. He's way too good for that. So you know what? I'm going to make that choice right now. Yeah, boys. Hasselhoffman. We're going to need some fan art for Hasselhoffman. He helped win a Stanley Cup here. He was a great piece of the puzzle. But those comments about, you had a good year, but you have to make a minor roster change, I agree with. Hasselhoffman is just way too good to be on this team as a depth player. And you know what? There's some team out there in the Western Conference that could use his use his skills, use his talents, and you know what? I could pick up a nice little draft pick from that. We already have tons of well, not tons of prospects, but I'm not going to take too much time here trying to find a, yeah, Hoffman the trade value is decent, and we can save 2.85 million here. So you know what? Yeah. Hasselhoffman, thank you very, very much for your time, but it's time that you move. Maybe Vancouver? No, they don't want to give up any draft picks. Let me find a Western Conference team that wants to give up draft picks. San Jose Sharks have always been a good trading team for us. You know what, though? Let me find another team with a first that's low trade value. Nope, they don't have their first. Minnesota, Los Angeles. Let's see if I can get... I'd love to find a team that has one roster spot available, but I'll just take that. There you go. How valuable is your first? All right, that's not bad. Hoffman... For your first, the LA Kings. I can throw these guys in here. Nah, hold on to them. You know what? I won't do an unrealistic trade. I don't think Hoffman would get a first from a team like LA. But because we've been a very good team, Hoffman has been showcased in the playoffs and on a President's Trophy winning team. So you know what? I'll snag up a second and a third for him. I'll throw in a 7th and a 6th. All right, so Hasselhoffman, a 7th and a 6th for a 2nd and a 3rd from the Los Angeles Kings. Will it go through? No, it didn't. All right. How about a 4th? Will it go through? No, really. All right. We'll just get the 2nd then. Hasselhoffman and a 7th for a 2nd. Will it go through? What the hell? Are you kidding me? I really thought that would go through. All right, I don't need the 5th. Hasselhoffman for a 7th, a 6th, and a 5th for a 2nd. Will it go through? All right, you know what? Screw you, LA. You don't want it? You're not getting it. I will find a team here, boys. Hang on. Dallas. Nope, they don't want a draft pick. Colorado. There you go. There you go. There, and they're, yes, and they have low trade value. That's the team I need to trade with. All right, so nice and low. Let us try to throw in some stuff here. And you know what? I'll throw in those 2 prospects as well. Not the guy with 3.5, but the two yellows. Oh, for God's sakes, hang on. Nornan and Boynton. Not Boynton, it was the other one. There you go. They're not grinders right now. He's a sniper. I don't need a 3-star sniper. And this guy is a power forward, and I don't need him either. All right, so Hasselhoffman, 2 rookies, and a 7th and a 6th for the first round from Colorado. Let's see if this will go through. No, I didn't think so. We'll try the 2nd and the 3rd. This should go through now. Will it go through? What the hell? 2nd and a 4th. Will it go through? There you go. There's not too much to deliberate about on this deal. So, boys, Hasselhoffman has been traded. We picked up a 2nd. Maybe could have gotten a little bit more for him, but you know what? I don't want any drama here in Ottawa, all right? Thank you for your time, Hasselhoffman. But we have a young player who's ready to go in the NHL, and you have to make a roster spot for him. That's just it, all right? That is just it. So let's go back and edit the lines here. Best lines. So I'm going to throw Turris with Pavelski and Schwartz. Same thing as last year. We're going to go Zibanejad with Burakovsky and Dadonov. Bleed on the 4th line. Lazar on the 3rd line. And Stone switch over there with Konechny. All right, so there you go. Same team as last year. Insert Konechny over Hasselhoffman. Lindholm and Carlson, Edler and Ceci, Weirkosh and Braun. Yeah, the game already knows. Jaden Schwartz, Pavelski, and Turris. Yeah, Lindholm and Carlson. Burakovsky, Zibanejad, and Abdelkader. No, we're going with Evgeny Dadonov. There you go. And Weirkosh. No, we're going to throw Curtis Lazar out there. I like to get him some power play time as well. There you go. He's good enough also. 4-man power play. Pavelski and Jaden Schwartz, Kyle Turris, and Burakovsky. Yeah, that works for me. Weirkosh. I'm going to throw... Ooh, you know what? No. Konechny is not good enough offensively just yet. He's good defensively. I'm going to throw Lazar back in there. I want Lazar to get plenty of time. Penalty kill. Pavelski, Smith. I'm going to go Smith first. Smith and Lazar. Pavelski and Abdelkader. Bleed. Yeah, we need Bleed. There you go. Bleed. All right. You know what? Bleed and Smith on the first line. Pavelski and Lazar. Lindholm and Carlson. No, I want to go Lindholm and Braun. And then Edler and Carlson's got good defensive stats, right? We want to run with them. 88. I could go with Ceci. He's an 86, and then he could get some ice time. Yeah, I'm going to go with Ceci. It's not the playoffs. We can rest Carlson a little bit. I got to go with Lindholm. He's fantastic defensively. But we'll give Carlson a little bit of a break here. I don't want, I don't even want to say it. They'll jinx us. Cody Ceci, there you go. All right, Turris, and let me just get Zach Smith out there. Very nice. 4-on-4 lines, Pavelski and Jaden Schwartz. Lindholm Carlson. Turris and Burakovsky, Edler and Cody Ceci. Yeah, that works out. Sorry, I was just thinking of something. And Zibanejad, and we'll go Dadonov. You know what? I'll go Konechny. All right, give him some 4-on-4 time with Zibanejad there. And you know what? It won't be Zibanejad. It'll be Curtis Lazar because they're line mates. Weird caution Braun. Extra attackers, Lindholm and Carlson. Yeah, that makes sense for me. Yeah, you know what? I'll throw those two guys out there. Goaltenders, Robin Lehner. All right. Binghamton. All right, go best lines. Let's see. Do we have anybody scratched? Oh, our grinders are ready to go up here. I got to get these guys some ice time. Both these guys are grinders, right? Yes, they are. All right, so we got to get both of these guys some ice time here. Rudy Schaefer. Oh, all these guys are... I think all these guys have decent trade value. Yeah, all these guys are like 80 overall, or these are all the guys that I signed. Oh, man. All right, so it really doesn't matter who I take off here. I don't want to take off Rudy Schaefer. I'll take off Pearson for Lettinen. There you go. Scratch Pearson. And then I'll take off DiCagnito or whatever his damn name is. Give Karenin some ice time. Where's DiCagnito now? There you go. Put Rudy Schaefer up there. All right, now who do we not have dressed? Pearson, Fistrick. Those are guys that I picked up, though. I don't care about that. Kravich, I picked up him. Pedersen, Sherman. I picked up all these guys, so I'm fine with that. If they're not getting ice time, that's fine, because these guys are better players. I just want to make sure that the guys I drafted are out there. Rudy Schaefer, Karenin. Schaefer could actually get up there. There you go. Schaefer's there. Defensively, let's see. We have enough defense. Good. All right. You know what? I need to sign a defenseman for the AHL squad to round it out there. If we have Mackenzie Savard down there, I want to make sure he gets the job done. So hang on a second. Free agency, free agents. Just make sure we have that last defenseman who can just shut her down. Walsh, I'll sign you. All right, 3 years? Sure, why not? There you go. All right, so we're going to get 1 month of simulating done in this video. Not the slow way. We're going to go to the fast way. We're not going to make any line changes. I just want to see how this team performs, all right? Without Hasselhoffman in the lineup. Yeah, we're only 20 minutes in. We can go another 10. Let's get this guy signed on the squad. Just get their AHL squad back up. There you go. All right. Hang on a second here. Coaching options. Edit lines. Binghamton. For fuck's sake. Defenseman. All right, this new guy, he's going to be replaced by Walsh. There you go. All right, so Mackenzie Savard. Look at the defensive team he has on front of him. In the AHL, high 70s, you know, high 70 can sometimes be a top 6 in the NHL. So anytime you're high 70s or 80s, you got a good AHL squad. Look at all these offensive guys who are in the 80s, high 70s. Defensive guys in the high 70s, 180. And then goaltenders, Mackenzie Savard's an 83. So I'm expecting the Binghamton Senators to have a very good year. And if Mackenzie Savard, if that helps him grow, then you're looking at a guy who's going to be better than Robin Lehner next year. It looks like, all right? So let's get year number 6 underway. It's been a fantastic 5 years here in Ottawa. We've made the playoffs every single year. But this year, it's time to get back to the Stanley Cup Finals. That loss in game number 7, man, it's going to be hard to top, considering that, after a win and then after a Stanley Cup loss, it really does feel like this year, anything but a Stanley Cup appearance is a failure year. Just because we've made it back-to-back. I don't even really care about the Presidents this year. We've won the President's Trophy 2 times in a row. Winning it a 3rd time in a row would be very nice, especially for the record books. When's the last time a team's won back-to-back President's Trophies? I don't even know the answer to that. I'm putting that out there, right? So that would be nice. But if we manage to squeak it into the playoffs and then win the Stanley Cup, I prefer that over the kind of year that we had last year, right? So let's go the first half month here. First month, October. There you go. And we get the first win of the season, 3-1. Very nice. Against the Toronto Maple Leafs, we lose 3-1. So I'm just hoping for a good start. I really feel like this team is going to be automatic, though, so we don't need to go slow here. I'd like to just set it up for the next video where we could simulate all the way to the trade deadline, then take it to the playoffs. I just want to get a nice start to the season here. Because the team, it does look a little bit different with Travis Konechny, and we can make some penalty kill and power play line changes and all that stuff. Lost some games early, but I wouldn't get too crazy about that. You know what I also want to check out before we end this video? I want to check out the best defenseman in the NHL. I really think that Hampus Lindholm might just be... He might be better than like Shea Weber, Drew Doughty, Duncan... Well, Duncan Keith wouldn't be good at this point now. But you know what I mean. 97 overall. And I didn't know that when I was trading for him. When I traded for him from the, you know what's interesting? If I didn't trade for Hampus Lindholm on the Anaheim Ducks, would he have gotten up to 97 overall? Or has he got up to 97 overall because he's been a first liner on a team that's won back-to-back presidents and made it to the Stanley Cup Finals? You know? Is it because he's like the team that he's playing on? That would be interesting. I'd love to go back to a save file and like not trade for him, simulate 3 years, and see how good he gets. Because if it's because of us, that makes me feel good, man. We are a really good team here in Ottawa. And there you go. See what I mean about the early losses? Our team is too good, man. And Robin Lehner, you can look at him at 85 overall. I don't care what his overall numbers say. He's proven that he can play very good during the playoffs, during the regular season. We just need a good team on front of him. And we have that. If only we could have, the only thing, I'll say it, the only thing that we're missing on this team is a 90-plus overall sniper. You know, when I picked up Burakovsky and Schwartz, I was hoping that maybe they would grow. But I was taking a step back from Bobby Ryan and Taylor Hall to increase the defense. And I still stand by that decision because we got Hampus Lindholm. We upgraded to that, right? But I was hoping that Burakovsky and Schwartz could at least get to like 87, 88. I think Jaden Schwartz got that. Let's go another month here. Jaden Schwartz got up to that. Burakovsky may stay at 85, 86. But if we could take the exact same team that we have right now, all right, and just switch... We'll keep Burakovsky. He can stay at 85. But switch Jaden Schwartz for like an Alexander Ovechkin, like a sniper who's like 93, or a Steven Stamkos. This team is a 60-win season team. Easily. All right? You could say that maybe we could use a Carey Price-style goaltender as well. I think goaltenders in this simulation engine, not in real life, but in this simulation, a little bit overrated. You can have a really good team and... You know, you can pick it up and you can see a goaltender who's 85, like Robin Lehner, play great. And then you could see a goaltender like Lundqvist or Carey Price not be in the top 10 for any goaltending stats, right? So it's the team that you put out there, in my opinion anyways. We're going to go another month here because why not? 11-3-1, tearing it up. We can make this a 30-minute video. I just feel like talking. Why not? Shit. Halfway through the month, 12-3-1 Ottawa Senators, boys. So I'm thinking that decision to trade away Konechny for, not Konechny, trade away Hasselhoffman and replace him with Konechny didn't hurt our squad at all, which is good news. Konechny has the greater upside, and you know what's interesting? Dadonov actually may lose his second-line right wing spot. I mean, we're winning games, which is all good, but what happens if, say, whatever happens this year in the playoffs, whatever happens, what happens if we come back next year, Konechny is 87 overall as a playmaker, and Dadonov's an 83? What do you do? You know? Interesting. I like that little competition, though, on our squad. Schwartz and Burakovsky fighting for the first-line left wing. Zibanejad and Lazar fighting for the second-line center. Carlson and Lindholm fighting for the first-line defenseman job, even though I think we know who won that now. Mackenzie, Savard, and Lehner. Like, we just have a very deep, competitive team, man. I'm loving this squad. All right, so lost some games there. 14-8, basically. Not on a 2-to-1 loss ratio, so... I mean, we're still susceptible to a losing streak. But this is what I mean about being on automatic. I really feel like it doesn't matter if we're first for the President's Trophy or 8th. We're going to make the playoffs. Shea Weber's still there. Yeah, he's got 20 assists as a plus 13. So we'll check out the best defensemen. We'll check out all the best players in the NHL. All right? So, boys, 15-6-3 for your Ottawa Senators through the first 2 months of play in year number 6. We'll stop the simulation right there. We can continue it in the next video. Here are the individual stats and everything. Goals against, are we up there? Yeah, Robin Lehner is in 7th, so that's good. Save percentage, are we up there? Robin Lehner is not up there. Wins, Robin Lehner's at the top. Points, are we up there with anyone? No, we are not. So again, it comes down to us being a team that gets it done together, not a team of individuals. Assists, Erik Karlsson up there with 21. There you go, Karlsson. Goals, we're not up there. Schwartz has 12. He's just behind the, probably in like the top 20 somewhere. Atlantic Division, we are at the top with 33 points. And we are 1 point behind the Calgary Flames for top spot in the NHL. All right, so things are looking pretty good right now. Stats Central, just go to team standings. If we need to make any line changes, but boys, I really don't think we need any line changes. These are the same lines that won us last year. Goals for per game, 9th, but that will probably go up. Goals against, 8th, which is the good one. That'll probably go up as well. Penalty kills, the important one, though. Power play was much better last year, so power play could change. And penalty kill, that could change as well. But remember, we win games, those go up. Home record 11-4-0, away record 4-2-3, last 10 4-4-2. All right. Player stats for the season. Let's see who's doing what for us so far. I'd say, well, we know Carlson has the most assists. I'd say, again, just like the playoff run last year, there's going to be like 4 or 5 players that are within like 3 points of each other. Our team, they all just chip in. Jaden Schwartz with 21, Kyle Turris with 20, and Joe Pavelski with 20. So the good news is that this first line that tore it up when I made the trade last year seems to be doing it again. For some reason, these guys connect. The playmaker, two-way forward, and sniper. So if we have a first line that's getting it done, that's good news for us. Dadonov has 10 goals in 24 games played. 30-goal season, maybe, Dadonov. 15 goals, 15 assists, sorry. 15 points, goddammit. Curtis Lazar with 11, Zibanejad with 8, Smith, Abdelkader, Bleed, Stone, Burakovsky. Konechny only has 2, and it's a -3. All right, so the third line may be suffering right now. Defenseman, Carlson's a point per game. Lindholm's got 23, basically point per game. I love my super Swedes on the defense. I love them so much. And goaltenders, Robin Lehner, 2.43, 13.5. It could be playing a little bit better in the net, but that's okay. All right, boys. So last but not least, I said I would do this. Trade negotiations, trading block. Let's see. The best forward in the NHL. All right, forward. Let's see. The best forward in the NHL. Based off of overall. Sidney Crosby at 97. Ovechkin at 95. Connor McDavid is up there now. He's 22 years old at 95. Malkin, Kane, Stamkos, Tavares, Taves, and Sam Bennett. All right. There are the forwards. Defensemen. Let's see. Come on, Lindholm. Oh, Lindholm. All right. I forgot about the big man in the East, Aaron Ekblad. Imagine if a team could acquire those two guys and put them on the same line together. The left-handed Hampus Lindholm with the right-handed Aaron Ekblad. I'm sorry. Where's Carlson? I'm sorry, Carlson. You're being outclassed now. But Lindholm is officially tied for the best defenseman in the NHL. What a trade that was. I got to acquire Ekblad, man. That would just be too filthy. They're both getting, oh man, Ekblad's going to get paid this year. Let me tell you, $10 million. And goaltender, let's see, the best goalie in the NHL is Carey Price still. Yeah, Carey Price. Did I see, I saw Captain America up there for a second. Hang on, where's Steve Rogers? Steve Rogers is an 86, so he's growing. It's his first year in the NHL, the first overall pick a few years ago. Steve Rogers is getting a chance. He's going to be a beast next year, man. He's still on his minor league deal. Oh, you're going to have to pay some money for that. All right, but Carey Price is still the best goaltender. Philadelphia actually has the third best goaltender. About time Philly has a goalie. All right, and Robin Lehner is some way down here, but that's okay, Lehner. I still appreciate what you do. So, boys, I didn't want to make those changes. Whatever, I can come back later. Let me know what you think about the team. I think we're in pretty automatic mode. And in the next video, you know what? I may even just take it to the end of the season because come the trade deadline, if our team is still in good shape, why make a trade? I can look out there for veterans, but we're at the top of the cap, and we have big cap problems coming up in the next 2 years. We should just let these guys go and try to acquire younger prospects to replace them, like Travis Konechny. So let me know what you guys think about the team, year 6, and I'll see you guys in the next video.